YouTube. This is another stream. It's been a while since I've streamed, or maybe like a week or so. I did a short little gaming stream, but I think we're going to be playing guitar today. So I kind of wanted to learn a song, so I was just hearing Big Me by Foo Fighters, and I like the song, so we can try to learn it.
Hey guys, it is Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Today we'll take a look at Big Me by the Foo Fighters. So this one's pretty easy. A lot of Foo Fighters are a lot more difficult to play than this, so hopefully you'll be able to grasp it pretty quickly. I'm in standard tuning here. I'm going to take you through the chords, but first, if you want to know the strumming pattern for 90% of the song, the strumming pattern is just going to be, let's just do it on a red or C major chord if you want. We just have like this. We have down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. You're gonna keep that motion going. Down, down, up, down, up. All right, so we're gonna take that to these chords real quick. We basically have three chord progressions that we have to learn, and he always plays them one after the other. So we're going to start here with this, which I guess would be, it's the intro, but it's also the verse of the song. So we're going to start here with that same C major I just played. So if you don't know that, I have plenty of charts on the website at GuitarLessons365.com for free that show you all these open position chords. But first fret on the B, second fret on the D string, and the third fret on the A string. The rest of the strings, you're not going to play the sixth string. The rest of the strings, open G. And you're going to have now, one thing that they do throughout most of this song is hold the G note, it's the third fret of the high E string. So you're going to use your pinky a lot here. So we're going to play that. That's the first chord. Now you're just going to go down to an A minor, but when you do it, you're going to try to keep that note on top. So that makes it an A minor 7th chord. Now, they usually, from what I see, they don't really keep that note up there live. They just go to, probably because it's a little bit of a stretch there, but on the recording, they keep it there. Then we're going to go from there, still leave this note here, and use it as like kind of a foundation there, so you can move to this full G chord. All right, and then we go to an F major bar chord, only bar chord in the song. So it's going to be a full bar at the first fret. You need to play the second fret on the G, the third fret on the D, and the third fret on the A. So all together.
I don't know if anybody's watching right now.
Chord in the song. So,
oh, looks like I have one viewer. I don't know who it is. You know, I usually have like one viewer who watches religiously, so maybe he'll show up later.
Repeat that. All right, now we get to the next section, which looks like it gets a little bit more dramatic. I am making up words. All right, so we are going to start with just an E major chord here. Basic E major open chord. Now here, more straight down strokes. Kind of building the tension, right? And then back to that F chord. And then we're back to that C chord, remember with the 3rd fret there on the high E, and you're back to the normal strumming pattern. And then he does something different here. You're gonna pick up your pinky, and instead of having the 3rd fret on the high E, you're gonna move it over to the 3rd fret on the G string. That turns it into a C dominant 7th chord. So we have this. Back to that E-F transition. And then we go back to the strumming pattern, but stay on the F, and then to the G. All right, so then we get to the 3rd section, which sounds like he's going back to the verse, but this is probably the chorus. I don't know what it is. They all kind of, it's not really a definitive verse, pre-chorus, chorus thing going on here. But the 3rd section sounds like this.
Kind of rusty. I've not played in a while.
back to the first section of the song again. All right, so this starts out like the first section, same C chord with the 3rd fret there on the high E. So the A minor.
Yeah.
7. And this is where it's going to go be a little different. Going to go back to the C with the 3rd fret on the high E string, then straight to the G, then the F, and back to that C. And you end the section with that G major, kind of building it up a little bit. So let me play through that again.
Frustrating.
Back to the beginning of the song. All right, so at the end of the song, they're gonna do that part we just learned, that little, and repeat it. Just kind of be. And it's just going to end with a normal C major chord first. And then they add that C dominant 7, which is that 3rd fret there on the G string. So it's the last thing you hear. So we did just that last maneuver, G, F, to C, and then a little end on a dissonant chord. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a pretty simple one. Hopefully you get it down pretty quick, but it's still really fun to play. All right, I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here of Marty Music. Thank you so much for the continued support by subscribing right here to Marty Music. I really appreciate that. This is a whole new venture, and I'm excited for all the new lessons and new exciting things I have planned for you guys. And with that, we're going to add a new lesson to the list of cool songs that we're learning. And this is Foo Fighters' Hero, which I've had a lot of requests for. And you can leave your requests right in the comments below. Really appreciate that. You can check out martymusic.com as well. But anyway, let's zoom in and break down this great, awesome rock song that's got a, it's inspiring and it's really cool. So I think we'll have a lot of fun. It's right in standard tuning. Just need an overdrive pedal maybe for some distortion, and that's it. So let's get to it. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to teach this with kind of more of a clean tone, just so we can pick the notes out. People ask all the time about my amp settings. I have my EQ just at 12 o'clock, and pretty much always it's set the same way with a clean tone. And then I augment with pedals. So I'm using an overdrive pedal in that intro with the distortion turned almost all the way up and just rocking out. That's the tone. So starts with the drum beat. It's in the key of E, no drop D tuning, which Foo Fighters do a lot. This one's standard tuning. And obviously Foo Fighters have 3 guitars, sometimes even more layered. So I'm going to give you the juiciest stuff, and hopefully you dig it. So we're going to start with this little lick. And so my middle finger's on the 4th fret of the B string, and I'm bending it up a half step. Back down, and then open. And the whole time, the high E is with that. And then a rock and roll slide down. You got the distortion on. And so I'm also letting those jangle out, the B and the high E. Rock and roll slide. It's basically just pick a spot, hit it, and then slide down. And so the bulk is you take an E chord, an E major chord, and the way I like to do it, we turn it into a power chord by muting the G string right there with our index finger. So you play a full E chord, but the G string's muted. And that gives you more of a rock and roll chord that's great for distortion. A cleaner, distorted chord when you mute what's called the third of the chord. You kind of have the low E in there. You can strum the whole thing because none of the notes are going to be bad. But it's kind of rocking out with that. So I'm going ba, E, 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 C sharp. And here's what we can do for the C sharp. Like I said, there's 3 different guitar parts going on that are kind of playing this together, but I think the best thing would be you have the C sharp power chord. 4th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the D string, and then you can double up and add the root an octave up right here on the 6th fret of the G. So you have this. But what they're doing, and I believe the bass is playing this as well, is they're playing a G sharp in the bass. And these are like, these kind of imitate drop D sounding chords, kind of like. So really, ultimately, it ends up being 4, 4, 6, 6. We call that C sharp over G sharp. So G sharp's in the bass, but it's a C sharp power chord. B and the high E are muted. My index finger rolling across it. So here's what we have so far.
Hey, it's Michael 776. How's it going, dude? Haven't seen you in a long time. Hello, amigo. Me speak little English. What's up, dude? Greetings. Nice guitar there. Play a Yiddish song. Do you speak Yiddish? Habla Yiddish. Habla Yiddish. That's Spanish, mate.
Da 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 da. You could do all down. You know, typically in heavy rock, more down strums than alternate strumming tends to be the common thing. I'm not a super heavy metal kind of heavy rocker guy. I'm more comfortable with my alternate strumming, but it's basically bum da 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 da. And at the end, I'm going to crank my distortion up so we can, you know, play along together at the end. But for right now, we're just learning it. So there's a lick now.
Let's do clean for this.
Oh. And so we're going to hit 2 times on the 2nd fret of the low E. I like to do it, you know, we turn. Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here of Marty Music. Thank you so much for the continued support by subscribing right here to Marty Music. I really appreciate that. This is a whole new venture, and I'm excited for all the new lessons and new exciting things I have planned for you guys.
Hello.
And with that, we're going to add a new lesson to the list of cool songs that we're learning. And this is Foo Fighters' Hero, which I've had a lot of requests for. And you can leave your requests right in the comments below. Really appreciate that.